Hello, Rose Guider here for Thirsty Thursday. Today we're going to talk about the liquid foundation from Savvy Minerals line. Now this makeup is an alternative to the minerals makeup that I talked about last week, or you can actually put this under the minerals makeup. And I do that on occasion when I really want my skin to look really smooth but natural at the same time. But this makeup, which comes in a nice little bottle here, will come into focus. But anyway, it is 1 fluid ounces, and it costs $40.50, but it lasts a very, very, very long time. It's very clean, it has a good pigment to it, it's blendable, so you can continue to add more if you need that. It is infused with sandalwood essential oils, and it really goes on smooth and it has a nice finish to it, and it never cakes or it never settles into any of the lines in your face. And it's great for anybody of any age. Other thing that's good about it, it has self-smoothing plant-based polymers that help to protect your skin, and it helps moisturize it at the same time, and it helps to give you a smooth appearance at any age. It's lightweight, you never know that you're wearing it. It also helps hydrate and reduce the appearance of redness for your skin, and it aids in the smoothness of your skin. It is vegan friendly, and of course it fits the new, what they call the new standard and clean beauty for young living, which means no sulfates, phthalates, mineral oil, animal derived ingredients, synthetic fragrances, or products or dyes. Okay? So what is in this? Well, we'll talk about that. It has 2 different what they call alkanes. And alkanes, they have, one's called a C15-19. And I always thought when I saw a number that it was a bad thing. But I'm learning it's not a bad thing. But you have to look it up. I mean, you don't want to see yellow 10 or yellow 8 or whatever the numbers are, those dyes. But in the ingredients, sometimes you're going to find it. But these alkanes help to brighten and tighten the skin. And this C15-19 is actually a vitamin C serum, which is interesting. That is silky, smooth, and it refreshes the skin and the layers behind. It gives you that healthy glow and that shine. It also is lightweight, and it has a velvety feel. And this is an EWG of 1 to 2. So it depends on how it's used. There's also something called coconut alkanes, which is a naturally derived alkane that works well as an emollient for the skin, is with EWG 1. Now there's also some glycerin in here, which is a colorless liquid that comes from a plant source, and it helps to foil that chronic dryness in your skin, and it also helps to trap the moisture, and that's an EWG of 1. Now there's a lot of, about 4 or 5 different ingredients that are called polyglycerin, and they have numbers like polyglycerin 6 or 3 or 10 or 2. Basically, they are there to help give your face some cushion, some spreadability. It helps it blend together, some emollients. It helps blend it together and moisturize your skin. They're all at the EWG of 1. But here again, we have that number, which I always thought was a bad thing in ingredients, but it is not. This also has cellulose, which is a natural polymer. And it's derived from plant cell walls, cellulose is, but it protects your skin and helps to increase the moisture in your skin. And it also helps to blur the skin fine lines and minimize the appearance of imperfections, which is really a good thing. And this is also an EWG of 1. It does have some alcohol in it, but all alcohols are not bad. So just remember that. But these alcohols help with the blending of the product. There are some clay minerals in here called an hectorite, and it's a thickening agent, also at EWG of 1. Something I've never come across is called laurolysine, and lysine helps repair skin at the cellular level by boosting the collagen production and helps with the elasticity of the skin. All good stuff. And this is an EWG of 1 also. It has other extracts in it, like avocado extracts, sunflower seed oil, marula oil, and these all help to nourish your skin, moisturize the skin, reduce the appearance of the wrinkles. Because anytime you have moisture in your skin, you will have less lines. You will have less wrinkles. Now, that doesn't mean they're not there. It's just temporarily, let's call it temporarily, reduces the appearance of those fine lines and wrinkles. But this is all a good thing. That's right in your makeup, so it helps. That helps you that daily just by putting on your makeup. It also has vitamin E, which it's in a lot of products that Young Living uses. It's called tocopherol. And this helps with normalizing the oil production and the pH levels in the product for natural moisturizing. So that's a good thing. Things that it can contain, of course, this stuff that the ingredients that we talked about don't have any color to them. So in order to have some colors, we have to have some pigments. And the pigment comes from like the titanium dioxide that we talked about last week in the mineral makeup. And it has the iron oxides, which gives the yellow, the reds, and the black tones that are necessary to mix together to come up with the pigment that's needed for your particular makeup or that particular shade. So it's all a good thing. Of course, these things are fairly new, so I'm not finding them on the EWG rating for the product itself. But I am looking at each individual ingredient, and I would give it, based on the ingredients, a 2 to a 3. That's really good for a natural cosmetic. So how do you use these? Basically, you would use these like any other liquid makeup. You would shake it up first, of course, and then go down and take off the top, of course. And they suggest one way, but I actually use it 2 different ways. You can use your fingers, which I do a lot because I'm in a hurry, or you can use this nice tool, sponge tool that Young Living has, and you can find them in a lot of different places, but you can also find it there. And you would just take a small amount. You'd either put it on your tool or on your finger, and I just kind of like dot it around my face. And when I do underneath my eyes, and I'm going to do underneath my eyes right now for you, just put a little bit on my finger, okay, a little bit on this finger right here, and I'll just dot it underneath the eye, and little light touches until it's blended in. I don't blend like this, I dot. And that provides, and you do the same thing with the sponge. And the sponge I really like a lot because you can put it right on you can put it on here, and then you can, on the tip of the sponge, you would use in those small spaces like underneath your eye, okay, and then the other end you would put some on here, and then you would use it on the rest of your skin. Okay, so that's how you would do this. And then, well, how do you know what your shade is? Well, Young Living does have this nice tool. They have 13 different shades, and they are, let me get rid of this one. Okay, so they're all in this chart, and they provide all these shades. And what you do is you would take this and you would put it up against your skin, right around on this side. I can't do this on this mirror. It's hard to do with, but you would put it up against here, right along the side of your chin, and try to come up with the best shade for you. Now, I have bought several different shades because it's like, okay, and your skin changes because it depends on how much sun you have, just like the minerals. And I have ended up with 2 different shades. I have ended up with Buff and Fresh Beige, which is one of the lighter colors. This is the lightest you can get. And let's see. And this is the darkest you can get. And there's 11 more in between these 13 shades. But I found Buff and, where is it again? Here we go. Buff and Fresh Beige. These 2 right here that fit me. And so it depends on what I feel like. Do I want to be darker looking, or do I want to be lighter looking, or is it winter time? So I just depend. So both of these are in my cabinet, and I use these as I want to. You can also mix them into another container. If I ever got rid of or used all of this particular bottle, I would probably keep it, and then I would use it, because it just screws off, I would use it to mix these 2 together. And that might be actually something I want to do. I don't take the time to do it on any given day. So anyway, that's how you would do that. And once you finish this, you could put on a small amount of the Savvy Minerals makeup over top of it. And I do that sometimes too. So that's all I have for today. I hope this has been helpful. You can buy this tool. I should have looked it up to see if you really can buy it, or I know you can buy it at the beauty schools. But I believe I bought it out of the catalog, so I'm not too sure. But it's really handy to have, and it's very helpful to try to determine what is your shade. So that's all I have for you today. Hope you have a great rest of your Veterans Day. Thanks to all the veterans out there, and have a wonderful time enjoying this beautiful weather that we're having today. And we'll see you another day. Bye.